First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakal Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to you, Akim, and you, Aquat, that believe in all sincerity. So as you see here, the title of this article, Biden's race baiting, Morehouse speech condemned on social media, biggest racist on the planet. It says Biden spoke at the historically black college earlier on Sunday. And if you get a chance, check out this video, okay, of what he said. But I'm going to read this article and get some scriptures. Lord willing, this will be edifying. It says, President Biden's commencement speech at Morehouse College on Sunday sparked backlash, with critics describing one part of the president's speech as disgusting race baiting. And I looked up race baiting. It says, race baiting is the act of inciting racial hatred, often through speech, writing, or other forms of harassment for political purposes. It can include racial dog whistles, hate speech, threats, and other forms of harassment targeting one or more racial groups or members of such a group. This term has been in use since the early 1900s. Okay, it says right here, by a strict dictionary definition, race baiting is the act of intentionally encouraging racism or anger about issues related to race in order to win votes. Okay, but the important part, okay, is the act where it's highlighted in the blue, really, the act of intentionally encouraging racism or anger about issues related to race. Okay, this is what he was doing in this video. Okay, go ahead and check it out when you have a chance, but I'm gonna go ahead and continue to read this article. The president spoke at HBCU's graduation ceremony on Sunday, despite the threat of interrupting anti-Israel protesters. During his speech, he talked about George Floyd and how black Americans face racism in the country. And this is what he said: you missed your high school graduation. Okay? You started college just as George Floyd was murdered. And there was a reckoning on race. And I'm a big proponent to breaking down these speeches of these devils. You know, he says, and there was a reckoning on race. Okay, a reckoning on race. Now, I went to that word reckoning and I looked it up. Okay.
Reckoning.
It says here, look at this definition: an appraisal of judgment. Okay, so basically he praised the judgment, okay, that went down, okay, on so-called blacks. Okay, he praised the racism that has been going on towards blacks, which are Israelites. Okay, the Negroes are the tribe of Judah. No one is black. Okay, and you can watch this video because what it says here in quotations, he actually said it. And there was a reckoning on race, meaning, in other words, you could say there was an appraisal, okay, on racism, you know, in the eyes of Esau. You see, all these things have happened in recent years and been going on for the longest time, showing you that the so-called white man, Esau, his biblical name is Esau, is actual a mortal enemy to you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true Hebrew Israelites. Okay, God's chosen people. Let's read it again. You missed your high school graduation. You started college just as George Floyd was murdered. And there was a reckoning on race. You see, like a day of reckoning, you could say. There's all, right? Look at it says here, day of reckoning. The time when one is called to account for one's actions, to pay one's debts, or to fulfill one's promises or obligations. And that's how they feel. They feel that you know, Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have to pay. Okay, that we have a day of reckoning always with them. You know, what does it say here? Number 4, an accounting as for things received or done. A reckoning. You see, retribution, judgment. So they're, you know, they're happy that these things happen to Jake. And all you have to do is break down what people say, because they always say something good and then they end it with something negative, or they'll say something negative and end their sentence with something good. It's natural to wonder if the democracy you hear about actually works for you. What is democracy? That black men are being killed in the street, Biden said. Look at his face. All right. He continued, what is democracy? The trail of broken promises still leaves black communities behind. What is democracy? You have to be 10 times better than anyone else to get a fair shot. He's speaking directly to Jake. Most of all, what does it mean? As you've heard before, to be a black man who loves his country, even if it doesn't love him back in equal measure. You see? He's telling you right there that the country of the United States doesn't even love the so-called black man. I mean, in so little words. They don't see you in the future of America, but they're wrong, he added, you see? The crowd applauded at his comment, and that's how simple people are. Social media users later called out Biden for appearing to frame the United States as racist and demeaning black students, and that's what he did. Imagine working hard for years to graduate from college, and Joe Biden shows up on your day of celebration to remind you that you are a victim, and America doesn't love you because you're black, you see? Wrong. Speak, publishing founder Adam Coleman wrote. You see? So this Adam Coleman sees it. Okay. What he did, you know. I'm going to read that again. Imagine working hard for years to graduate from college, and Joe Biden shows up on your day of celebration to remind you that you're a victim and America doesn't love you because you're black. Wrong speak, publishing founder Adam Coleman wrote. This is the tweet. This sums him up, New York Post reporter Miranda Devine wrote. Joe Biden inspires black graduates at Morehouse College by telling them that they're victims and America hates them. And in few words, he did. Red State columnist Buzz Patterson said, biggest racist on the planet, argue with me. Students for Life President Kristen Hawkins wrote, this race baiting is disgusting. Biden insults us by seeing all minorities as victims, incapable of competing, and all whites as oppressors. Never mind that countless have been benefited immeasurably from American principles, our free market, and yes, democracy. Are we perfect nation? No, but show me a better one. Libre Initiative President Daniel Garza explained. And that's a confused comment if I ever read one. You know, they always got to throw, certain comments to just throw you for a loop, right? Read this one again by Daniel Garza. This is just confusion, all right? Sowing confusion, you know. You know what he was speaking about. He said it in a few words. Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton wrote, BLM-style race hustler that promotes anti-American racial division, discrimination, and segregation lectures on racism. Look at his face. Biden had also been accused of using the speech to cater to black voters after he was announced as commencement speaker in April. Students and professors quickly called on the college to cancel the speech. During the speech, a smattering of Morehouse students and faculty also protested Biden's speech by turning their backs on him. The protest was not widespread, however, and those participating did not disrupt his address beyond showing their backs. The small protest was a reminder of the continued unrest at college campuses across the country. However, where anti-Israel protests have forced some universities to cancel their commencement ceremonies altogether. Students and faculty members protested Biden speaking at the college. You see, she has her back towards him, as you see in this picture. Okay, so there you have it. And you know what? Let's play it. Let's play it.
But it's not easy. I know 4 years ago, as some of your speakers have already mentioned, it felt like one of those Saturdays. The pandemic robbed you of so much. Some of you lost loved ones, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, who aren't able to be here to celebrate with you today. You missed your high school graduation. You started college just as George Floyd was murdered. And there was a reckoning on race. It's natural to wonder, democracy you hear about actually works for you. What is democracy? If black men are being killed in the street, what is democracy? The trail of broken promises still leave black communities behind. What is democracy? You have to be 10 times better than anyone else to get a fair shot. Most of all, what does it mean, as we've heard before, to be a black man who loves his country, even if it doesn't love him back in equal measure?
You see? Sounds pretty condescending to me. Let's get the book of Psalms. Let's see. Let's get Psalms 12:3. Yahweh shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speaketh proud things. Who have said with our tongue will we prevail, our lips are our own, who is Lord over us. Okay? And that's what they say with their tongue, will we prevail. Our lips are our own, who is Lord over us. You know, no one can stop them from saying what they say. You know, these Edomites just speak out of their ass. Psalms 10:2, the wicked in his pride, and Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is the wicked. According to the Bible, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Right? And wasn't the number 19, wasn't that a wicked device that they conjured up? Okay? And spread throughout the world, along with the Maxine? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. And he said it. You know, in his speech, you missed your high school graduation, you started college just as George Floyd was murdered. They know what they're doing. You know, they know what they're doing, and they know what they're saying. All you have to do is break it down. For the wicked boasted of his heart's desire. Wait, let's jump down to 7. It says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity, right? Mischief and vanity. There he stands at a predominantly, so-called Negro college. Okay, and they're not Negroes. They're Israelites. They're tribe of Judah. Okay, with this stupid look on his face, like he can really do something at his age. That's vanity. And mischief, because he goes to just, talk shit, You got people right here that tweeted that they saw what he was saying. They saw right through him. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Okay? Let's This is Psalms 59 and 12. For the sin of their mouth and the words of their lips, let them even be taken in their pride, and for cursing and lying which they speak. You see that? For the sin of their mouth and the words of their lips, let them even be taken in their pride. Right? They're going to be taken in their pride because of what they say, what comes out of their mouth, and for cursing and lying which they speak. Consume them in wrath, consume them that they may not be, and let them know that the Most High ruleth in Jacob and to the ends of the earth, Selah. They're going to come to find out, okay, that the Most High is a so-called Negro, although they've convinced themselves that he's white, okay? The scriptures say they say altogether he is such as one as them. The pride of their heart had deceived them. They begin to believe their lies that the Most High and his Son are white, and that he's like them, and that he's for them, but they're going to be consumed in wrath, that they may not be, right, that they inhabit not the cities no more, because Esau, Edom is the only nation that's going to be wiped off the face of the earth after 1,000 years of slavery. And let them know that the Most High ruleth in Jacob to the ends of the earth, Selah. Let's get this, Psalms 52. Thy tongue deviseth mischiefs like a sharp razor working deceitfully. And they got people that write those speeches, so they premeditate what they're going to say. They know that it's very cutting, like a sharp razor, and it's deceitful. They lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness, say law. Thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue. Thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue. Let's get this word devouring.
Strong's H1105.
Wow.
Belah. Belah.
A swallowing, devouring, figuratively for ruin. Right. They want to ruin you with their speech. They want to destroy you, tear you down. The Most High shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living, Selah. Right. Because the scriptures say that the nation of Edom, okay, never in the scriptures do they say they're going to get mercy like the other nations. The other nations are going to actually get their allotted land at the second coming, and they will be servants to you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, but not the Edomites, not the so-called white man, the white race. They're actually going to be rooted out of the land of the living. They're going to be destroyed. Okay. Let's get one more. This is the book of Psalms 109 and 15. Let's see. This is Psalms 109 and 12. Let there be none to extend mercy unto him, neither let there be any to favor his fatherless children. Let his posterity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. You see? So, Esau, Edom, okay, they're the generation, that is going to come when when the world is reestablished in righteousness through Yahweh Shai. That generation is going to be blotted out. Let's see what it says here in the NLT. May all his offspring die. May his family name be blotted out in a single generation. Right? They're not going to be living among those, okay, at the reign of Yahweh Shai. Okay? After the 1,000 years, that they're going to be blotted out. In other words, let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. Let them be before Yahweh continually, that he may be cut off the memory of them from the earth. Okay, so the Most High is going to cut out the memory of them from the earth. They're going to be destroyed. They're the only nation that is not promised any mercy. Nowhere in the scriptures to say that Esau, Edom, is going to get any mercy, man. Okay? 16, because that he remembered not to shew mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy, man, that he might even slay the broken in heart. Who's more broken in heart than the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans? What does it say here? You have to work 10 times. What do you say? 10 times? Yeah. Ain't no more person more brokenhearted than someone that has to work 10 times more than the next man. Where did it say that? I think it's in the video. I'm not sure if they put it here. Right. No, they did. You have to be 10 times better than anyone else to get a fair shot. And they know this. Let's see. Let's read that again. Because that he remembered not to shew mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy, man, that he might even slay the broken in heart. Right. Persecuted the poor and the needy man, that he might even slay the broken in heart. We got to work 10 times as much as the next man, as the next nation. Talking about you Israelites. You got to work 10 times as hard, starting with the Negroes all the way down to you Hispanics. As he loved cursing, so let it come unto him. As he delighted not in blessing, so let it be far from him. As he clothed himself with cursing, like as with his garment, so let it come into his bowels like water and like oil into his bones. You see? Yeah, he liked cursing. Let's get this word, cursing.
Strong's H, 7045. Kelala.
Curse.
Kelala.
Vilification, execration. Let's look up this word, vilification. They love vilification, but let's look vilification up.
Vilification.
Yeah. Abusively disparaging speech or writing, condemnation. Synonym for vilification, condemnation, criticism, censure, castigation, denunciation, vituperation, abuse, flack. Right. And that's what they love. Tell me this isn't talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. As he clothed himself with cursing, like as with his garment, right? Because they're consumed in it. They love it. They love to curse you, to abuse you in their speech. So let it come into his bowels like water and like oil into his bones. Yeah, yeah. Let cursing, rub it on his chest. Like how Jake say, let it be unto him as the garment which covered him, and for a girdle wherewith he is girded continually. You see, let this be the reward of mine adversaries from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and of them that speak evil against my soul. Okay, and who speaks evil against the Israelites? Need I say more? Lord willing, you were edified. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And a sincere salutation to you, Akim and you, Aqua, to believe in all sincerity. Shalom.